Are you gearing up for a commercial renovation project? Hi, I'm Scotty Ogden, the owner of Ogden Contracting. And when it comes to commercial tenant improvements, we kind of fell into it over the years because I've been in this business for 30 years. Before you start, there's a few things you need to know. And if you watch this video, I'll give you some good insight on how to hire the right contractor to do your commercial project. One of the biggest misconceptions that people have is they can purchase the space and they can start renovating tomorrow. This is not true. If you are thinking about doing a commercial renovation before you sign that lease, find a contractor because the contractor will guide you through each step along the way. If you're planning on doing a commercial renovation, some of the key components are, first of all, why do you want to do this renovation? And how is this renovation going to affect the sales and performance of your business? These are key aspects. And if you don't know, then you need to be introduced to a designer that can help you design your functionality and increase your sales and revenue in your commercial business. The goal of a commercial renovation is to optimize the space that reflects your business and your brand specifically. It's a strategic investment in your company to enhance and increase sales and productivity. So you want the space to complement your production and your sales. Here are the stages of a commercial renovation. Number one, initial client consultation. You want to do this before you sign any lease agreements or buy or purchase any building. If you want some really good tips on how to hire the right contractor, we do have a blog on that on our website, and we'll leave the link in the bio. But for now, you want to make sure that you hire a construction contractor that does commercial projects. Check their references and make sure that they will be a good fit for your project. There's a lot of business owners that go out and sign a lease not realizing that possibly that particular business does not suit that building. There are regulations, there are laws, there are codes that need to be designed properly. Before you sign the lease, hire a commercial contractor. That commercial contractor should be able to provide a detailed estimate detailing every single step along the way and guaranteed maximum price for the build, because you might need to go to the bank and get a loan. And if that's the case, you need to find the right contractor that can put that paperwork together. Second of all, you really want to review the lease agreement with your lawyer and with your contractor, because the building owner has a legal document, you need to have a legal document, and your contractor needs to have a legal document. So make sure you have your lawyers ready to review any documentation before you start proceeding and before you sign anything. This is crucial for the success of a good commercial space. Step number two is the planning. So the planning includes hiring a designer and all the professionals, coming up with some conceptual drawings, getting the approval of you and the building owner to match what you want to build, and then applying for permit. Once you're applied for permit and the plans come out of the city hall, you can start putting together an accurate bid for the project. A very common question that I hear from my clients is, when will the permits be ready? The permit process takes some time. First of all, you have to have the drawings and they have to be signed off by you. Then they have to go to an engineer. Once the drawings are all prepared, an agent authorization form should be signed by you and the owner of the building, giving the contractor the right to apply for permit for you. And then we wait. So now when it's at the city, we don't know how long it's going to be. We don't know the wait times, if there's long wait times because they are busy or if there's missing documents. So you want to make sure you got a contractor that has a good success rate at the city. Once the permits come out, you can't start right away. That's not how it works, because there's probably some notes that the city has made. And because we don't know when the permits are coming out, contractors need at least 2 weeks to mobilize their team. We can speculate as contractors, but we can't guarantee a specific start date. The most important part of a commercial renovation is in the planning stage. It's not in the build. The build is the easy part. You got to spend your time designing and making sure that there's functionality in that space, that you're using every single piece of square footage for the better function of your business. Okay, step number 3 is the demolition. And part of the demolition, the most important part, is making sure that you test for hazardous materials in the building before you send your workers in there to start removing things. Once you have the testing back and it is clear from asbestos or lead or any other hazardous materials, you can start the demolition process. If the owner wants to keep anything in there, make sure you put some masking tape on it and say, please keep this. Otherwise, everything is coming out of that space to get ready for the new project. Number 4 is the build. This is what we call operations. We send this out for tender and there's all these trades, and the trades are building according to the drawings. If you, the owner, decide that you want to make a change or add something during the construction, there is a particular thing that needs to be done called the change order process. This needs to go back to the designer, back to the engineer, and back to bidding before any changes can be made. The city needs to know that you're adding a wall or moving a wall or doing something that wasn't on the original drawing because it could affect public safety. During the build, there should be a site supervisor on site because the site supervisor ensures that the drawings meet the build. It's not up to you, and it's not up to the trades to do and check the quality. It's up to the site supervisor to do all that. Another key component in a commercial renovation is site protection. There are tradespeople that are walking through with hoses and tools and materials, and if there is a sharp corner on your drywall or your cabinets or your countertops, you want to make sure that it's got a protective cover on the side of it so that they're not dragging a hose across it and denting your brand new cabinets or drywall. And number 5, closing the jobs. You need to have all particular inspections done. If there's a lot of professionals involved, then it's called a CRP, where there's one professional that oversees all the engineers and professionals on site. Typically, that's an architect. If an architect is not required, one of the structural engineers can be the signing engineer on that. You also need to get your business license in order with the municipality or city. And you also have to bring the fire chief in because the fire chief needs to check to make sure that you are compliant with your exit corridors and your safety regulations. Once all the final inspections are done, you should take the contractor around and show him anything that you're not happy with and things that need to be fixed, like paint touch-ups or blemishes or marks that need to be touched up or fixed, so that when the project's done, it is complete and you do not have to call him again, except for if there's some warranty issues. The contractor should also provide a warranty on all their products and a list of every trade that was on the project, so that if the contractor's not answering their phone in case of an emergency, you can contact the HVAC or plumber or electrician for those said emergencies. When you do a walkthrough with your contractor, make sure that the light switches are working and all the plugs are working. Make sure that the toilet flushes and the soap dispenser works and the faucets work. And when it comes to the HVAC system, you want to advise the HVAC installer to put a brand new air filter in. He will give you an air balance chart saying that the flow is being done right in the building. And make sure you understand how the thermostat works. I've had a lot of customers come to me and say, how does this thermostat work? And I actually have to go and show them how it works. So it's very good to get that information right at the beginning. I want to thank you for watching. And if anything resonates with you or you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you've liked what you heard, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and we will have the link in our bio to this blog.